Good morning, Bexleyheath Academy, Year 7 to your celebration assembly. You are remarkable. It's wonderful to be able to lead the assembly for you this morning and go through some fantastic nominations as we move forward. We've got lots of different information for you today, through some highlights of the term and then student awards, affirmations, and also making sure the engagement you've done with your club this year. I have to say it's been a really, really interesting term, hasn't it? We all thought at Christmas, with a great Christmas and New Year, we all thought we'd be coming back together, and then the rules changed again. But what I've been so proud of is your remarkable resilience to this situation. How you've just got on with it, you've coped, you've joined back in with your virtual learning, and you've actually really taken to it really, really well in very, very difficult circumstances. It's been an absolute pleasure to see you all in your lessons, with your cameras on, with your mics on, talking, engaging with your teachers, joining in the breakout rooms, sharing your work on screen, whether that's through bits of paper or some of you even sharing your own screens, some of you creating meets. It's been absolutely incredible to watch your development this term. And I'm so, so proud of you. It's brilliant today that we can actually share everybody else's success and what they've done this term. Lots of things have been happening. We've started after school clubs, which I know a lot of you have got involved with. We've had Ofsted in, the inspectors of the school, and I know a couple of you see that they represented you as a year group, Year 7, but also the academy to see how far we've come and what great work you and your teachers are doing at the minute. It's great to see you all taking part in the PE skipping challenge, supporting the NHS. Great target moving forward, seeing you all doing your wows on a regular basis. So keep skipping over half term, keep recording your scores, and we can add them into our totals when we come back after the break. It's also good that you're engaging in your health and well-being and looking out for each other, looking out for your friends and your families. And that's been really good in seeing how you've also supported each other in lessons. So an amazing amount of work going on this year. We've had lots of fun along the way as well, some really interesting topics, and it's been great to see some of you actually presenting your work through PowerPoints and assignments and tasks. I'm sure there's lots more of that to come as we move throughout the year. So we're going to move this morning onto our subject awards, and we're going to start first of all with art and design. I'd like to commend Sky for consistent dedication, enthusiasm and effort with her art and design work this term. For Faye for enthusiasm in all of her art, including her classwork, additional fashion designs and photography. Phoebe demonstrating high expectations and standards of her own work, using the formal elements to make progress in her creative outcomes. And Oliver, who demonstrates consistently high abilities and enthusiasm for his artwork, ensuring all his work is completed to a high level and a high standard. The next art group, what we've got is a huge amount of nominations for consistent dedication and enthusiasm. And that's River, Amelia, Sinead, Gracie, Harmon, Melissa, James, Millie, I need to take a breath, Oscar, Alfie, Diego, Yuki, Jessica, Tanta, Connor, Cody, Emily, Laura, Billy, Brody, Alicia, and Lucy. Have we got any more Year 7s left in the academy to talk about this morning? I apologise, you can hear my dog just whining who's come down to see me. This is what life's like working from home. Look, this is what you end up with. You have to have a cuddle. Hello, everybody. Molly, say hello to everybody. But you need to go because I'm doing a live assembly. Love you too. So apologies for Molly. She just wouldn't move until you give her a cuddle. Zainab, that's how this works, isn't it? In lockdown, we all have to move forward. Zainab, for enthusiasm for all areas of art in creating successful observational drawing for her drawing assessment. Taylor, for demonstrating high expectations and progression using the formal elements in his assessment drawing. And Fong, for demonstrating consistently high abilities in her artwork, ensuring all her work is completed to the same high standard. I've been so impressed with people's artwork this term, and actually it's great to actually see you sharing it and some work on the website, so look out for that. In drama, commendations for River for always bringing positive attitude to virtual lessons and pushing the limits. She always shows 100% engagement and works to the best of her ability. Mitchell for always fully engaging in online lessons and supporting others. Tia, excellent contribution and assessment results. Look forward to that coming out at the end of this week, Tia, assessment results. And Mina, again, for excellent assessment results. Fantastic work in drama. We're going to move on to English. English awards for Mitchell for showing excellent engagement in each lesson and continually thinking outside the box when giving answers. Always good to think outside the box, Mitchell. Sky, fantastic contribution and engagement. And River, both fantastic contribution and engagement. And it was Sky and River that came in and spoke to our Ofsted inspectors. And I know they talked them to death, and that was really good. But that was great to see by both of them. Well done, the two of you. So Alfie, for remarkable respect in lessons and continued high level of progress in online work. Harmon, in geography, fantastic online presence in lessons and high quality of verbal answers given, in addition to great participation in collaborative learning. Harmon, great to see you're actually helping others as well. River, again, for engaging every lesson, positive and energetic, and going above expectations to increase her development in online learning. And Millie, for outstanding attitude to learning using verbal questioning and answers. Millie goes above expectations to help other students in their class. Millie, that's what it's about, isn't it? Helping others, working together as a team, really corroborating. Remarkable, Millie, well done. We're moving on to history. Fung works very hard and really shows now that achieved 92% in her assessment. Wow, best results in the class. Unbelievable. Yeah, I guess it was Shallow. I think Mr. K, we need a round of applause there as well. 92% assessment, incredible. Zainab, determined to succeed and has the thirst for knowledge and wants to discover what's possible. Love it. Oscar, fantastic engagement in the virtual world. His great history and a result 90% as well. Deserve a round of applause, 90% as well in the assessment. And also for Alfie, Harmon and Taylor for their exceptional work and engagement throughout this term, resulting in exceptional results at the end of term assessment. Some fantastic work going on in history. And remember, it's not just in the past. Human studies, here we go. Faith for her fantastic online presence, engagement and participation in all of the class discussions. Well done for being unusually brave and expressing your opinions, Faith. Sky for excellent online engagement and willingness to contribute to the class discussion and share her work and opinions. James for always being enthusiastic with the lessons and always ready for discussions and contributes to the work. Harmon, really engaged and excited with the lessons, brings a high level of discussion as well. Brilliant. And Taylor, always ready to learn and wants to engage in every activity and not being constrained by the difference that virtual learning has brought. And that's what it's about, Taylor, isn't it? Adapting to the situation, using different methods, you know, when we're not face to face. That's great work, Taylor. Through innovation technology, James for encouraging and helping other students for outstanding effort in lessons. James, you might to come and help me with some of my IT stuff. I'll be looking forward to you doing that next term. Yuli, outstanding effort in lessons. For excellent effort engagement, we've got Millie, Zainab and Oscar. An outstanding effort, we've got Cody, Dylan, Sky, Leisure, Tia and Gracie. Fantastic work, great set of results there in information technology. Maths, and I'm sure you've been doing the maths quiz on a regular basis through the morning assemblies. I know some year sevens have got some top awards in that. So Dylan for excellent achievement engagement and Charlie for excellent achievement engagement. Well done. I wonder if you're the two that are actually getting all the awards in maths in the morning assemblies. Moving on to music, we've got Tia for enthusiasm and exceptional performance, Yuki for the same, and Yoga. And I have to say, Mr. and Mrs. Yates, through their music lessons, have been sharing some of the work with me, and some of the stuff you've been doing in there has been absolutely brilliant. Actually, it's been relaxing for me in the evenings to put it on and listen to you playing the music. So keep that going and keep it working. In PE, we've got James, really engaged in online lessons, completes all the work, usually gets a higher score for one of the sections. Fantastic, James. And he's one of those students who does the highest numbers of skips. James, can you just add a few onto my cloth for my skips? I think I'm falling behind with the rest of the PE staff. So we just shift a few onto mine, James. That'd be brilliant. Tanser for excellent engagement during online lessons. Tanser has worked really hard and has scored some excellent results in the work she submitted. Keep up the hard work. Dylan, again, excellent engagement, always ready to give an answer in the chat window. Really important, Dylan, and does really well in all the tasks that are set. Elijah, really engaged in online lessons, completes all the extra and got the highest scoring class for the week 5 assessment. A round of applause, Elijah. Fantastic work moving forward there. Science, I've got interesting assembly that will be enjoyed for science today, so look forward to that coming through in period 3 today. Taylor, excellent engagement during online lessons. Taylor's worked very hard and has scored some excellent results with the work she's submitted. Keep it up. James, really engaging in online lessons, completes all the work and is up for most of the questions. Well done, James. And Diogo, excellent engagement during all online lessons and worked very hard, and keep it going. Great work in science. Lots of classes in science. We've got some more science awards. Harmon, excellent engagement during all online lessons. Worked really hard. Keep up the hard work. Abodarin, outstanding effort. Asha persistently engaged in online lessons and submits quality of high work. Well done, Asha. Keep that going. Amelia, excellent engagement during online lessons. Has worked hard throughout the term. Keep it going. And Andrew, working really hard during the lessons and consistently submits excellent work online. Don't forget to press that submit button. A third slide for science. Science is really, really popular in year 7. We know that, and we're moving forward with it. It's great to see. Dylan, engagement in lessons is second to none. His hard work has paid off. His remarkable achievement in the week 5 assessment. Keep it going, Dylan. Tia always puts in excellent effort during her science lessons. Her engagement and quality of work have been excellent. Well done, Tia. Ethan, well done for all the hard work you've put in. And Sky and River, thank you for Sky and River being enthusiastic with the lessons and always ready for discussions. Your contributions have been outstanding. And the last subject to move through, Spanish. I won't read it in Spanish. I'll keep it in English if that's okay. Kenzie, for always doing his absolute best. Gracias. Harmon, for his excellent contribution in lessons and always completing the work to his best abilities and pushing those limits. Oscar, outstanding engagement and always pushing the limits. And Alfie, remarkable readiness and engagement in all virtual lessons. And Alfie's made great, big letters, great effort this term. Well done, Alfie. Keep up the hard work. Some unbelievable stuff moving forward there, and fantastic congratulations to all of you for your nominations and awards today for your subjects. I'm going to hand over to Miss Shallow for some information about your clubs.
Thank you, Mr. Bryce. Good morning, Year 7s, and welcome to your celebration assembly. Right, just hearing those names, it just really warms my heart. Like knowing that your teachers are recognizing your effort, that speaks volumes. And to hear some of the names being repeated over and over and over and over again, how amazing is that? I've just made a list of the names that I heard over and over. I heard a few times, okay? So I'm just celebrating Sky, River, Diego, Zainab, Hamam, Tia, Dylan, Leah, Cody, Tansa, Mitchell, James. So these are the names that were very much repetitive in your very different subject areas. So well done. So proud of you. And a few new names as well. I remember last assembly we talked about if your name was not mentioned, you have another term to come in and be enthusiastic in your lessons, make an effort, be resilient, so that we can celebrate you personally today. So well done to all the newbies, so to speak. Right, so just a quick information about clubs. Despite everything else that we're going through, a lot of you have actually taken up the challenge and you have decided to join a club. So well done for joining the club sessions. And we're going to be celebrating people from the clubs. So Faith, a big shout out from Greek Mythology Club. I always laugh every time I see the word Greeky. So I guess it's for geeks. So Faith, well done, and for being attentive and all your contribution that you brought to the club. Both your teachers are really proud of you. And then we have a piece of work from, sorry, I forgot about Fung first. Right, so Fung, well done for being a chess prodigy, sorry. So Mr. Lass is super impressed with your skills. Apparently, you are literally everybody to shame in your chess club. So well done. And lastly, it's a piece of photography from Faith. Now, I have no bone of art in my system, if that's the right way of saying that, right? So for me, this is amazing. I see that and I think, do you know what? I might need to get some today. I might have to go and lift a weight or two. Maybe, maybe not. I'll now pass you over to Mr. K. Obviously, Mr. K can talk a bit more about the weights. Over to you, Mr. K.
You're on mute, sir.
No surprise there that I'm on mute and, getting a bit confused there. Absolutely brilliant to see that, Faith. Lovely bit of photography, and obviously let's hope that that weight being used as well, and just, in terms of one of the aspects that you can support your own, mental well-being and as well as your physical well-being as well. Now, I have the absolutely lovely joy, shall I say, of reading out all the students that got 100% attendance. Obviously, brilliant in terms of getting yourself up in the morning and getting that semblance of routine as well, which is obviously very, very important, and will place you in good stead when we return back to school. Not only that, in terms of the learning that is happening, you're making sure that you're not missing out on anything. So really well done. So 100% attendees. Here we go. Mr. Bryce challenged me to do this all in one breath, but I'm going to find that a little hard to do. So, Adam, well done. Adama, Alfie L, Alfie S, Amelia W, Amy A, Andrew R, Billy V, Leah J, Bobby H, Brody W, Charlie B. Well done to all of you. 100% attendance. No surprise there. Carly G, Christiana O, Cody D, Connor H, Dilara M, Oluwatokumbo S, Diogo, Dylan, Alicia, Barty, Gracie, Hannah, Harry, Oscar. Really well done. Really proud of you as well. Ibi, Isla, James, Jed, Jessica, Kenzie, Katera, Leah, Patrick, Liam, Lily, Logan, Lucy, Melissa, Millie, Mina, Mitchell, Oliver. Really well done to you guys. Very impressed. And there's more. I couldn't believe it. Year 7s, you're absolutely smashing it out of the park. So I've got Phoebe, Fung, Poppy, and what a great name Poppy is as well. Ranveer, Renan, River, Ronnie, Ruby. I'll see what they've done there with Ruby and Scarlett. Senna, Sevda, Sharon, Sky, Spider, Tanza, Taylor, Teddy, Tia, Vicky, Will, Yuki, and Zainab. You are all little stars. So really well done in terms of your attendance. But not only that, okay, I get to speak about this other part as well. The beautiful thing is in terms of your engagement. Now, from feedback from your teachers as well in Year 7 is that you are probably the best engaged year group within the whole academy. So it was so these are just like the top of the top, shall we say. So we've been engaging consistently within the lesson as well. So a really well done to Lily, Sky, Alfie, Anza, Zainab, Dylan, Taylor, Dylan, again, Sophie, Cody, Diogo, Alicia, Gracie, Millie, James, Lucy, River, Sharon, and Oluwatokumbo as well, and Amelia. Really well done. You are leading the way in terms of the engagement. You are leading the way in terms of having your microphones off, doing the group work. So obviously that speaks volumes in terms of the confidence that you have as well. So it isn't just about getting up and getting to lesson, but it is about getting yourself getting all those soft skills ready for later in life. So what I'm going to do now is pass over to Mr. Bryce, who will do the next bit on affirmations for term 4. Thank you.
Wow. And while Mr. K. Golson takes a breath for all those students, that is just incredible, Year 7. All those people having 100% attendance, that's absolutely amazing. So every day, getting on, every lesson, getting up, getting dressed, getting ready is unbelievable. And those people with the highest number of 4s, I'm going to challenge everybody else that's not been on that list to get on that list for the next time moving forward. So moving forward, it's really important. And we've got to remember we can see some light at the end of the tunnel. Hopefully, maybe your grandparents and your relatives have been getting their injections recently and their vaccinations done, and hopefully that's going to roll out right across nationally. Hopefully, very shortly, we're going to hear some really good news from the government saying that schools can come back. We don't know when that is. So all we can do at the minute is keep doing what we're doing after half term, logging into your lessons, making sure we're switching our cameras on, making sure we're switching our mic on, and as we've seen today, engaging with your wonderful teachers in the fantastic lessons that are going on, and you making really, really remarkable progress. You need next week to take some time for you, though. You need to make sure you get away from your screens. You need to make sure you spend some time with your family. We must remember to keep safe, to make sure we're still social distancing if we're out and about. Remember, we're not traveling too far away, because it's still dangerous out there with the pandemic. We've got to make sure we're washing our hands all the time and making sure we're keeping safe. But I want you to think about commitments moving forward. I want you to think about, what are you going to do to actually make a difference to your education after half term? What changes can you make? Can you engage a little bit in a different way? Can you set up the way you are delivering your work and delivering your outcomes moving forward? Can you maybe, if you actually create a PowerPoint, might create some wonderful work in IT there by the IT group, and maybe look at some of friends and how they're doing things and working together. But more importantly, it's about keeping your engagement going, keeping talking. Do remember, if you need some help and support for your mental health and well-being, there's lots of information on our school website to help you doing that. But it's really important this time we look out for each other. So maybe contact a friend over half term, give them a FaceTime, meet them on a Google Meet, meet them on a chat, and have a general conversation, because we don't get time to do that at the minute. But make sure next week you look after yourselves, take time with your family. I'm going to have a duvet day, to be honest, and watch a few things on Netflix. You might want to think about that. But just switch off and take calm. But look after yourselves and keep safe. I'm going to hand back to Miss Shallow.
Thank you, Mr. Bryce. As you were going through the affirmation, it just got me thinking, obviously, we do expect for you all to come back safe, and think about how you can be better. And so just give me some ideas. And it got me thinking, well, what are our affirmations? Like, what do I want to aspire to be better at next term? That did ponder my mind, or, cross through my mind. Mr. Bryce, would you recommend? So how could you be better, even better next term?
I think for me, I tend to say thank you to one or two people through the day, but my challenge for me is going to say thank you to at least 10 people every single day for the great work that they're doing. So that's what I'm going to work on next term.
It's a really good one. I'm going to steal that, sir. I'm going to add that to my list. For me, I thought there are times when you see people in the corridors and your mind is somewhere else and you walk right past them without saying hello, without acknowledging that you just gone past somebody. So I'll endeavor to make sure that I say hello to every single person I see in the corridor.
I wonder, Miss Shallow, should we do a little challenge?
I think we should.
So when we're back and we all get back together, for every year 7, every time they walk past a member of staff, to say good morning or good afternoon to them as they walk past. So we'll surprise the rest of the staff with year 7s, giving them that challenge. And then we can come back at Easter and see if we've actually been able to achieve that challenge. Should we set the year 7s that challenge?
I think we should. And then maybe at some point ask the teachers of names of any year 7s that have been saying hello to them consistently. But we'll do that towards the end, and we can talk about it in our assembly for just before the Eid. Great idea. Mr. K? He's going to unmute that mic.
Yeah, let me unmute my mic first. For me, I think it's in terms of just being more mindful of everyone, and obviously, and I spoke about this with some of my classes, is that when I'm teaching a lot of my classes, they're hidden behind letters essentially on a Google Meet. So it is just to be mindful of what they might be going through as well, because from what just like anything, it's always the tip of the iceberg, isn't it? You don't know what's happening underneath. So I just think it's just to be more aware of people's emotional well-being, and obviously to be just a little more emotionally intelligent with them. So I think that's, for me personally, that's what I'll be focusing on. And I think it's also a good message, and I think I'm just reaffirming what Mr. Bryce said earlier, is just to be mindful of what everyone else might be going through, what they might have gone through, especially with the pandemic going on. So I think that's something that I'm going to try and challenge myself to be a bit better on.
That's another good one. Thank you so much, sir. Right, year 7, a big, massive shame that we're coming to the end of our assembly. And obviously the assembly is not the same because we can't see your faces. We can't see you screaming in your lessons with excitement, but I can guarantee you're sat at home and you're being very, very proud of yourself for all the hard work that you've put into this term. I'll be bringing the assembly to a close. I just wanted to let you know that there will be a Google form that will be sent at some point today. And when the forms do come through, please do make sure that you give us your feedback. Your feedback is very important. So for example, I'm not sure if you've noticed, in today's assembly, every single faculty celebrated a young person in your year. Every single faculty. We haven't had that so far. And that has come from the feedback that we got in the last assembly, whereby you requested that you wanted every single subject area be represented in the assembly, and we've done so. So you can feedback will tell us exactly what it is that year 7s would like to be celebrated for in your assemblies. Okay, so before we bring the assembly to a close, just to go through those safety messages that you've seen over and over and over again, that you're so used to doing it, the brain just does it automatically now. Okay, so make sure you stay at home as much as possible. Remember the rule of 6 at all times. And if you decide to go out, make sure you keep those 2 meters distances. Wear your face mask when you are in public. Wash your hands as often as you can and use your hand sanitizers. I'm going to borrow this from Mr. Bryce from the assembly. Obviously, it's a bit cold outside, so when you're using those hand sanitizers, it might just be a bit more cold. So be very mindful of that. But the main thing is you're keeping safe, okay? All right, year 7s, it's been a great morning for us. Hope you have a brilliant half term. Like Bryce said, take a break. There will be lots of activities though to do, and there's some really fun ones as well. So do have if you're bored, do have a snooze at them. Amazing stuff on there. There are tours that you can go on virtually, a competition that you can take part in within the trust and nationally. So have a peek at it. It's slightly different this time around. So it's not just you sat at a computer doing more schoolwork. Okay. So once again, just to draw the assembly to a close, from Mr. Bryce, Mr. K, and myself, have a fabulous half term, and we look forward to when we come back. Bye for now.
Bye all. Have a great day.
Bye.